I want to watch the new network. I have to go buy one of these antennas at some point. I'll do it.
Who's the new play-by-play guy? Paul Allen?
No, his name is he used to do Calgary. So he was back, last night. Back home in a sense. His name's Rick Ball, I believe.
That's it, Rick Ball.
And I've heard he's quite good, a pro's pro. I mean, I'm sure I've heard his calls over the years.
I'm sure you have.
Like catching a Flames game or some highlights.
He's the guy that's like, what is it? Kippersoff in the net, what a save. Oh, make me a bicycle clown. Is that him?
I don't think that's him. He would have called a lot of Mika Kippersoff games probably back in the day.
Back in the day.
Depending on how long he did
That's why I gave you a Kippersoff. I was trying to get somebody from Calgary that I remember.
I got Jerome McGinley. I got to say, too, speaking of former Flames and...
Don't talk about any of your old girlfriends. I don't want to hear it.
Not that Calgary Flames.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Old Calgary Flames.
I got to say what they did in Columbus last night, too, because it was the first home game since... what happened to the Goudreau brothers over the summer? I feel I was gone when that happened. I was not here. Just unimaginable what happened to that family
on a wedding morning.
The night before. The night before the sister was getting married. But Johnny Gaudreau, his brother played at a pretty high level of hockey too. But Johnny Gaudreau was a fantastic player, and from all accounts, one of the most respected and well-liked guys in the league.
Yeah.
And the tragedy that unfortunately fell upon that family over the summer where Johnny and his brother were killed riding their bikes is just the worst of the worst. Before a festive family event like that, their sister was getting married. He has 2 young kids as it is. And I believe at the funeral service, Johnny Gaudreau's wife had announced that she was pregnant with their third. I mean, it's unimaginable, quite frankly. And what they did last night in Columbus was a nice touch. I don't know if Calgary had already played a home game or not. I'm assuming I think they might have before the Hawks were there. So I didn't happen to see what they might have done to remember Johnny Gaudreau in Calgary, where he started his brilliant career. But so sad. Anyway, I look forward to finally being able to watch PB and Kaylee Chelios and Tony Granato. If I just have to go buy one of these antennas. Let's say hi to. Here's Greg in Portage. Let's see what Greg's talking about. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, my dad's SuperBox.
What is the SuperBox?
It's a box. You get them at Walmart. You can get them on Amazon. They cost about $350, and all you got to do is have Wi-Fi, and you don't pay another bill the rest of your life.
Well, what do you mean? What do you get with it? Everything?
I got 9,000 channels.
How do you get that? How do you buy that at Walmart, and then you're not paying a bill for the cable or for the TV? I don't get it.
No, you just plug it in the back of your TV, and you start programming your own channels. And
it's a SuperBox.
I have all my. Yeah, it's called a SuperBox. It's $350, and all you have to do is have Wi-Fi.
No kidding.
You get all the European channels also.
I have the NFL network, NBA, NHL, MLB. I've got them all.
What about local channels?
Everything. I got ABC, CBS, NBC.
Boy, SuperBox. And you never pay a bill other than your Wi-Fi bill?
That's it. That's all I pay is my Wi-Fi bill.
Damn, Greg. All right. That SuperBox.
It's the SuperBox.
What am I paying YouTube TV for?
You won't get anything on YouTube, but you'll get the SuperBox.
We get these calls, and it seems so simple, and I never do anything about it. I just keep going along, paying my $80 a month for YouTube.
That's because you've listened to 15 people give you advice on what to do, and you don't do any of it.
Well, does anybody else have a SuperBox?
My dad has the SuperBox.
Really?
Yeah, he swears by it.
He went and he bought that. How is that legal? I don't get it.
It's fine. It's fine.
What do you mean it's fine?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Why don't we give old Zuzu Z-Pack a call?
Should I call my dad?
Yeah.
Should I call my dad
right
now?
Call your father.
He really
Let's see how satisfied he is.
He really has this?
Yeah, he's got the super. He's going to get me one for Christmas. I'm invested now.
And he watches everything?
He gets 9,000 channels, just like Greg from Portage just said.
Who's the one guy who says we need a vape pen, the VPN? Remember? What did he say? VPN?
I got one of those too.
Do you use it?
Yeah.
Yeah? You really do?
Absolutely.
What are you stealing with that vape pen?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
He's got a vape pen and a VPN, knowing this guy.
He's got it all.
Between his stupid Zins and everything else he's into over there. Kev Bo. The guy calls, he goes, you need a vape pen. I was like, a vape pen? No, a VPN. You're speaking French, man, to me. You
whatever that is.
You might as well be speaking French. Let's. Where do you want to go here, kid?
I don't know, but I remember a day when I was cutting edge on all my electronics. Those days are gone.
Not anymore.
The minute they switched out 8-track, I started having problems.
SuperBox. The one guy who always calls. Remember, he called. He goes, guys, I got every channel for free. If something goes wrong, I call a lady in New York. She calls me back in 30 minutes. I'm like, what kind of customer service is that? Who are you calling? What's this company?
Yeah.
You're calling some lady's apartment in New York, and she gets back to you when she's done walking the dog?
Yeah. You call in, and they go, they call you back, and they said, you've reached this number. Give me your code name, Alfalfa.
What?
Yeah, you got to give code names back.
Adam's in Wheaton. What's up, Adam?
Hey, guys. I'm unfortunately one of those people that has Dish Network, and randomly watching a Bulls game 5 years ago, they ended their contract and cut the service in the middle of a Bulls game.
That's harsh.
So I have a buddy of mine that does Firesticks, and he has a live TV app on a Firestick. I pay $10 a month. I get every single channel known to man.
One of my neighbors does this, Adam. He's got
every
the Firestick.
NBC Sports Network, Bay Area, Boston, Marquee Network, everything for $10 a month. I've been doing it ever since the day they canceled the NBC Sports Chicago, and I haven't had an issue with it since.
And it's $10 a month?
Yep, $10 a month.
Who do you pay that to? Who you get billed? You get a recurring bill, $10 every month. Who does that get paid out to if it's on a Firestick?
No, I just send him money via like Cash App or something like that, and he just keeps renewing my service every month.
Oh, is that right? Boy, this whole thing is, I'm telling you, $10 though. You can't. All right, Adam, it sounds shady, but it's a friend of his, $10 a month.
It works.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be like the Seinfeld episode and have the FBI come down, beating down your door. What do they care? They got bigger fish.
We used to steal satellite all the time in the late 80s and the early 90s.
They got bigger fish to fry.
And then they figured things out. Remember those weird gadgets we'd pump into the box that you had up there? With the computer chips on them to be able to steal everything on the side. Remember? And then the companies got smarter,
right? And
they started zapping your card. And you'd have to go get a new card.
That's right.
You'd have to go see your guy underneath the tollway at 95th Street over in Chicago
at night.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of guys that they love the SuperBox. I know this sounds dirty, but apparently it's a real thing. Don't misunderstand what we're talking about. I look up on the screen, love the SuperBox. I bet you do. Greg is in Archer Ridge. What's up, Greg?
No, this is Frank.
Frankie, what's going on?
How do you mix up Frank and Greg? What's up, Frank?
Hey, what's going on, Carmen? Hey, our boys played together at LaGrange Park, and I've talked to you a couple times, but I never mentioned I have a SuperBox. It's awesome.
Yeah.
One-time price that my buddy, he sells them. They're brand new in a box. It's an HDMI cable. And you just plug it in power and connect to your Wi-Fi, and you get everything.
A one-time fee, and you get everything.
You even get pay-per-views. I was watching Canelo fights. I'm watching all the UFCs for nothing.
How could this be free, though? Like, how could it be legal, I guess, right? Something seems amiss.
Whoa. I mean, why ask silly questions?
You're asking too many questions, Carl.
That's right. What are you?
Right.
What are you, writing a book? I mean, what's going on?
I'm just trying to understand. How can a one-time fee?
One-time fee.
Frank's like, you're asking too many questions. Fell off the back of a truck.
What's going on?
Damien's in Lakeview. He's another SuperBox enjoyer. What's up, Damien?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Love the show.
Thanks, brother.
Swear by the SuperBoxes. I have 3 of them in the garage. On one TV, I have NFL Red Zone going. I usually have the other games highlighted on the other ones. No kind of controller interference. And watch pay-per-views. Get them for $250 flat rate. It's phenomenal.
Where'd you buy them? One caller said that he bought them at Walmart. Where'd you buy them?
I got a guy.
You got a guy. All right. Do they actually sell these at Walmart? The one Greg?
I think they found a way.
Damien, thanks.
Got to find a guy, Carm.
You need a SuperBox.
Talk to Lenny Matolo.
Lenny doesn't have a
Lenny's
SuperBox.
got a guy. Come on. You know Lenny's got a guy. He was an athlete.
That's true.
Athletes always get introduced to the guys.
That's true.
He's got a guy. Nobody ever says, I got a gal, you know? Hey, I got a gal.
Well,
I bet you there's a handful of ladies out there working it.
I bet you they're running some illegal
sure, you bet. There's got a trunk full of SuperBoxes.
Absolutely.
You bet they do.
Andrew's in Aurora. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, so I kind of got a theory about what's going on, right? So the media companies used to run control of these leagues, and the leagues turned around and realized that they had the power, so they started making a bunch of money from the media. So the NFL's too big for them to handle, and I think what's happened is these media companies, mainly you two, are trying to tank the value of the leagues in order to do a buyout of the leagues themselves. Kind of like what happened with golf. Like we're missing a much larger picture of what's going on right now.
So you said there's something else more nefarious happening behind the scenes.
You think YouTube thinks it can buy out the leagues?
Erode the value of the leagues?
Some of the smaller leagues, yes, because if they erode the value of the leagues, they buy them and they immediately put them on their platform and they double the value of the league. Right back to where it was.
Interesting theory. All right, Andrew, interesting theory. I've heard YouTube believes that it could, at least they're going to try with baseball, I guess, to have the teams agree to just go under one umbrella and sell their rights that way. But I don't know that works in MLB the way it does in the NFL. I mean, kind of sort of copying the NFL model.
For 30 teams.
Right. Yeah. I don't know that works with MLB. It's more provincial and there's so many more games and it's very regional. Yeah. Provincial, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if that's going to work, but I had heard that that's their plan ultimately. They think that they can pull that off. Kevin's in my hometown, Western Springs. What up, Kev?
What's up, fellas? So, Carm, be careful. I ended up doing 3 different antennas, and none of them worked. They either wouldn't pick up the channels, or when I would search, it would skip over the 62.2, which I guess is where they're at now for the Blackhawks. So
yeah,
I'm now stuck. I need a guy. So I need a guy that's got a SuperBox.
I guess so. You better find a SuperBox somewhere. So you bought 3 different antennas and none of them would work?
None of them would work. I bought them 2 from Best Buy and 1 from Amazon, hooked them all up. And every time I would go to scan for channels, they wouldn't recognize or pick up any channel.
Now, is that a TV issue? How old's your TV?
It's brand new.
Oh, really? That's surprising. I don't know, Kev. All right, buddy. Thanks. Go get a SuperBox. That's surprising.
I'm stunned, actually. I am. But, I had to do that one time, scan for the channels, trying to pick them up. You don't get them all the first time.
What were you looking for?
The dashes, all the dashes that were there.
I know, but what were you looking for?
Back when I had Outcast, I was like ABC 7.7
HD.
I was trying to see when you and I were going to do the cooking show for Idler, right?
Yeah.
How much exposure we'd have would be easy to get to.
Do you think John Idler, who runs Channel 7, would ever entertain a meeting with us about a cooking show?
Unless he hates money. Does he hate money? Does he hate making money?
We have ideas, and every time we try to give John the elevator pitch, he laughs and thinks he's like, you guys are funny. And then he can't wait to get away from us.
Did you see how prominent his positioning was in for the Columbus Day Parade?
I did.
Front row.
I noticed.
Front row for Idler. Must have been a sponsor. Must have been a sponsor.
I think they broadcast it, don't they? We got to find some way to have a sit down with John. But he's a mover and a shaker. He's a very important. He's a big shot,
That he is.
If you know John Idler, if you're listening and you know John, person be like, why don't you give Carmen and Jurko a shot, for crying out loud?
Carmen's the guy that knows. I'm a guy that knows a little bit about everything and a whole lot about nothing.
Gotta get him in a room.
And we provide the entertainment while Carmen's making fabulous dishes. I'm talking to Carmen. We're entertaining. We'll get celebrities in. We'll talk to them.
Yeah.
We'll try Carmen's food. It'll be fantastic.
We get athletes in to give us their best recipes if they like to cook. We got all kinds of things we can do here.
At the end of the show, I make the ingredient for the next show. Hassenpfeffer.
That's rabbit. That's
Carmen.
A tough one. I've never cooked with rabbit.
Yeah, well, guess what? You're going to be challenged here.
I can make a rabbit ragu. I mean, I can do. I just have never done it.
You can make all types of ragus.
Yeah, of course.
Can you make a rabbit stew?
Yes.
Okay.
I've just never actually cooked with rabbit before.
How about eel?
Believe it or not, I don't love rabbit. No, but I've seen my grandfather do. My grandfather used to make eel a lot.
Did he? What kind of eel? What did he do?
I don't know.
You saw it, but
He'd have it in a bucket outside in a thing of water, and then he'd take it out and he'd chop its head off.
Right. What would make you think you could cook eel?
I didn't say I could. I've never cooked with eel. Right. I don't think I would try, to be honest.
But we'd have ingredients like that.
I don't know. Now you're getting a little
Thor's hammer. I don't know. Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer.
Yeah, the piece of meat.
Sounds like something you were watching last night. I don't know.
No, Thor's hammer.
What are you up to now?
It's a piece of meat.
Thor's hammer. Are you sure?
Positive.
I haven't heard of Thor's hammer.
Well, you should have if you're a chef. Stein's listening to us right now. Todd, tell him what Thor's hammer is. Give him a text and a picture.
See if Chef Max knows, or if Chef Mark knows, or if Chef Todd knows. What the hell is Thor's hammer? That I don't know.
Todd is always busting my chops about that brick chicken. I'm telling you.
Chicken, man.
It's fantastic.
So one of these days we're going to convince Idler, but he usually just sort of like laughs us off, and but we're serious. We got ideas, John. It's Carmen and Jurko.